What's going on, socialites? Welcome back to another Global Pokemon Society video. Taking a break from the Draft League for the next month, so you're going to be seeing some different content going on. We'll do some Brilliant Diamond stuff, we'll do some Pokemon Unite stuff, maybe get that wheel lock back going on Shining Pearl. We'll see. So, it's been a while since we did a Pokemon Unite tier list. Was really deep into the playoffs with the Draft League, which if you missed the end of Season 6, make sure you check that out. But yeah, since we did our last tier list, we've had 2 new Pokemon drop. We had Decidueye drop, and we had Serena just drop last week, and Dragonite's on the horizon. Crazy stuff. Early Christmas presents all around for everybody. And with the Serena drop, we got some more patch notes, so we're going to go over those real quick, just so you can understand what I'm talking about with the tier list. So let's get right into them. You kind of see here what Pokemon were buffed, and which ones had some tweaks, and then which Pokemon were nerfed. So we're going to just go over those real quick. One of the first things is they changed some stuff with the Eos energies and how the goals work. So citrus berries, halfway through the match, 5 minutes in, they're gone. No matter if your goal is destroyed or not. This is another catch-up mechanic sort of thing, so that you can't really just forever defend those goals with the huge healing that citrus berries gave you. To make up for that, though, your base goal and the middle goal get some better recovery and shields. So if you gotta start like poking in and out of those, you will get some more stuff. Alright, Snorlax Buffs. They changed a lot of levels on these things, so it wasn't even necessarily damage tweaks, but actually like what levels they got them at. So Flail got a big buff, getting a level earlier is huge. Heavy Slam, same thing. Flail though got that extra effect use, so that's really cool. Block got tweaked down another level. Like all these moves got tweaked down a level, which is huge stuff. Also Unite move, so that's huge. There was a thing with Block though, that now with the Block Plus, you get an increased defense and special defense boost. That used to happen with both regular Block and that, so you don't get that with regular Block. So you are a little bit squishier if you're not pushing those people away. But I mean, hey, Snorlax's moves coming on a whole level earlier, especially that Heavy Slam. Ooh, I always felt like 6 was like, if you were top lane with Snorlax, you were maybe just getting it right before that first Dreadnought. Now you're definitely going to have it. It's going to be huge. Gardevoir, this is huge again. Gardevoir, it needed these, getting all of its moves, its evolutions a level earlier. You see here now evolves to Curlier level 5, and then to Gardevoir level 9. That is huge stuff. Level 10 just felt like forever away. Level 9, a lot more manageable. Again, all of its moves coming in a level earlier. Like, these are huge tweaks. Like, even sometimes better than the damage buffs and all that is these level buffs are huge. Garchomp also got some similar, tweaks. And you think that'd be really good. They've been buffing Garchomp, buffing Garchomp, buffing Garchomp. But I don't know. There's a lot of consensus that Garchomp is just still really bad. And it's really disappointing because he gets the same buffs as Gardevoir, and you look at that and you think Gardevoir is going to be really good, but it's just like Garchomp's play style and the changes to the way goals work. Like, you're not going to get that healing that you want, because Garchomp, you got to get into the fray, you got to get into the fight, so you like having those citrus berries to heal up if your team was winning. I don't know. We'll see. Another tweak to the evolution levels, Mamoswine. This is huge for Mamoswine. Again, level 10 felt forever away from Mamoswine when you were Piloswine. This is huge. Just some great tweaks for everybody. And again, you're getting your Unite move a level earlier too. Alright, some tweaks. Aerial Ace cooldown reduced. I mean, that's good. The fly effects on user weakened. Not sure about that. Maybe the duration that you're flying up there isn't as long. Some bug fixes. There was a big bug with Cramorant. It was just patched where basically you could, under the right circumstances, you could become invincible. So Cramorant's been tweaked down. Yeah, just some bug fixes here. And then Nerfs. So we do have some nerfs. Greninja getting a nerf. The double team, the damage has been decreased. I mean, it has been doing some good damage. I know that they've decreased a couple times, but it's still like one of those dodging moves, you know, that also does some damage. Water Shuriken increased by 1 second, and the boosted auto attack speed decreased. Bug was fixed. Not sure what that was, but bug fixed. So, you know, nerfs to Water Shuriken and double team. A lot of people still like Surf, so that's good. Lucario gets another nerf. A 12% decrease in Power Punch, but that's not really why you're using Power Punch. Power Punch just kind of lets you snowball. And then Steadfast stat decrease, so probably going to make Lucario a little bit easier to kill when that Steadfast comes on. Just Steadfast makes him last for so long. Greedent, another nerf for the greedy boy. He came out, he was really good. They nerfed him, he's getting another nerf. Covet, which is like his best berry move. Cooldown 2 seconds, that's huge. Duration on the effects decrease. Like, this is a big nerf to Greedent. I'm not sure if this was necessary. We'll have to see. We'll start getting some gameplay the next week or two. We'll check out that holiday stuff and we'll try out all these nerfs. But oof, like, he already got the one nerf. He was really good when he came out. I think they brought him more in line. Like, still like a good pick. This really hurts him. Zeraora got some nerfs. 17% damage from discharge. Spark controls adjusted. That's interesting. I wonder if it'll be a little more difficult to decide where he kind of goes. But, I mean, this is like Spark discharge is one of the things for sure. So, I mean, 17%. That is quite a bit. So we'll see. Zeraora, though, he's one of those species that can just last a long time. And then Serena added. So I guess we'll talk about Serena real quick while he's on the screen here. Very interesting Pokemon. Her kit and abilities kind of just let her do very well in team fights. Even 1v3, 4, 5ing teams, she doesn't do as well 1v1, so you want to try to kind of get her out of position. But she can last very long with a lot of her attacks. Let's actually take a look at some of these here. And what her attacks actually do. Alright, so here we got the Unite DB up, Serena. I'll just max this out just so you can see what her max stats are. So her ability is really cool. Her passive, Queenly Majesty, whenever she gets hit with a hindrance, which again, I'm talking about like team battles is where she really shines. You're going to be hit with hindrances. There's so many Pokemon that do things. She gets decreased duration of those effects, and when Queenly Majesty gets activated, there is a cooldown. You get 3 boosted attacks. You get a buff effect to Serena for 4 seconds, enhancing her moves. These enhanced moves are unaffected by cooldowns. Like, that is really cool. Just like I said, just for those like 4 or 5 seconds, she does crazy stuff. I'm not going to go over like her basic moves, but we will go over her level up moves. So level 5, Triple Axel when she evolves into Steenie. This is the move that really does it. So once you get your Queenly Majesty activated, you're getting 0 cooldowns. This heals you. As you see here, you get almost a 40% attack times your level, blah blah blah, for your healing, which is crazy good. Just lets you stay around. Again, you're just spamming this for like 4 seconds, 5 seconds. So also increases your basic attack speed. So Triple Axel is like the move for Serena. Again, you want to get in these team fights, you want your Queenly Majesty activate, and then you just become unkillable and you just shred people for the next 4 seconds, which is enough to take it down. And then you get a couple choices here. I've seen some people go with Trop Kick, some people go with Grassy Glide. Both of them are decent dash moves. The Triple Axel is also a little bit of a dash move. So Drop kick, decrease in movement speed, which again is nice when you got all these people kind of all around. The Queenly Majesty effect 2 also gives her a shield on both of these, which is really nice. So this you can go either way. It's really triple Axel. That is the nutty one. So yeah, so with that, we're going to go through and talk about how the meta is kind of shaking out here. We got S, which is, you know, your top meta picks. You got A for impressive, very good stuff. B is good, C is usable, and D is bad. I don't have too many D picks. So I think what we'll do here is we'll start off with the Speedsters. Let's get all the Speedsters up to the front. Roar and Talonflame. Man, this game, still only 4 Speedsters. We're starting to get some more all-arounders. It was a long time that we got all-arounders. All we were getting was defenders and attackers, and we've gotten all but one support. But, you know, maybe we'll get some Speedster love in the next one. So Absol, I think, is B. He got that big buff a while ago, but he still kind of falls off in the late game. He's not good at really taking objectives. So I think he's solid. It's just so hard to be like an assassin in this game. You don't really have like the time to like try to make those picks. And it's kind of the same thing with Gengar. Gengar might even be a little bit worse. Dream Eater build is fine. Sludge Bomb Hex, not so much. So, I mean, Gengar is probably like in the usable tier. Zeraora is good. I think even with the nerf, he's still like a good pick. He's still going to stick around for a while. And Talonflame, I think, is still good. I mean, Talonflame just has the nuttiest mobility. He can pick off objectives that he has no right to even be involved with. He can just get in and out of fights so well. I mean, Talonflame is really good. So, that's that. Alright, now we're going to go to the attackers. Drag all these attackers up here. Attacker. Alright, am I missing any? Oh, attacker. Alright. So for the attackers, so Ninetales really fell off. I think it's still fine, but it's not as crazy. If anything though, Ninetales is pretty good in the Serena meta, because it doesn't let Serena get in close to do those triple axles if you're poking it with your basic attacks and getting the freezes. So Ninetales is a decent anti-Serena pick right now, but I still don't think it's not as good as it used to be. It's still solid. Cinderace, still really good. Just it does Cinderace things. If you've been playing the game, you know what Cinderace does. It just does Cinderace things. Cramorant, I don't really see Cramorant doing too much, unfortunately. I'm not sure what he really needs for his kit, but he's just not a very viable pick right now, and that's kind of unfortunate. There's a lot of small tweaks in the game that I think are affecting him, especially with the way that goals work now. Pikachu, I mean, kind of the same thing as Absol. Good early game, kind of falls off late game, but you know, he can still definitely take some objectives with his thing. So he's probably a little better than Absol. If I was going to do this, I'd probably be somewhere like around here. These two can kind of interchange. Sylveon, I think Sylveon's still fine. I'd probably rather have these guys than Sylveon, but Sylveon is kind of like an easy button sort of thing for some players. Doesn't take a lot of skill to play her, other than timing your calm minds and everything, but her other abilities don't take a lot of, you know, stuff. Like you got Mystical Fire that kind of just auto attacks, and then you know, Hyper Voice does take a little bit of skill, so I guess that, but I mean, you can go Mystical Fire, you're not going to go wrong with choosing that. Greninja, I think with the nerfs, Greninja might have dropped out of the S tier. He's still really good. Like, you can still throw him on any team. I think he'd still be really good. I'm going to put him at the top of A, just because I need to test out these changes to Water Shuriken and Double Team. Like, is the damage decrease on Double Team in the extra second water shuriken. Although people still go with Surf. I think it's more the double team nerf that kind of hurt. Gardevoir. Yo, Gardevoir's always hung out around like B, sometimes C. I think with this buff, I'm gonna try her out for sure. I think she can definitely be good now. Everything an extra level earlier is huge for Gardevoir, so we're gonna try her out. I'm gonna put her in the bottom of A. I'm gonna see if she can stick around in there. Venusaur S pick, been very good. They nerfed him a couple patches ago from when he was like super like top meta, but he's still really good. He just sticks around so long for sure, and can chase like anyone down. I mean, he's really good. He's the better Crustle. Crustle's really falling off of me, but we'll get to him later. Alright, Decidueye. Decidueye I think is solid. I'd probably put him at the top of B. I don't think he's like super good. We'll play some more with Decidueye and Serena and all that when we start recording. Get some gameplay of those. I think those are like, you know, I haven't been doing Unite gameplay since they came out, so we gotta get them in. Yeah, he's very good at picking off objectives. That's kind of his thing. He's an archer. Shadow Sneak, very good ability, you know, damage over time. So we'll see how that goes. Blastoise. No, the fall from grace for Blastoise. I mean, defenders, you can't go too wrong with them. They do good damage from their special attacks, from their like ability attacks, and they're super bulky, so they can get big burst damage out. They can take a lot of hits. I just feel like Blastoise, Blastoise used to be crazy good. Remember when it was released and people were jungling with it? Like Shell Smash, Rapid Spin, you know, all that. Blissey, I think Blissey is good, but you need to be on a team, which is why I gear this more towards like solo queue, because that's how 90% of us play the game. So Blissey is probably, like if we're being honest, probably C tier. It's just too tough in solo queue to make her work. She is the support of supports. On a team though, she's probably like up here. So if you want to talk about like on a team, she's probably like somewhere in the A. If you want to talk about solo queue, she's C. So we'll stick her B, right in the mushy middle. Speaking of mushy middle, you got Charizard. I think Charizard's still like, he's A, B borderline. His Unite move's still great. Crustle, I think, has fallen off quite a bit. They changed how his crits work, so he can't get crits on his Stealth Rock or his Rock Tomb, which really stinks. Yeah, kind of just took away a lot of that damage potential, that burstiness. So he's probably like somewhere around here in the C tier. Like, yeah, he's still okay. He's still a defender, which makes him good, and he still has the Shell Smash and X-Scissor stuff, but he really missed, you know, that burst damage like Scope Lens, Razor Claw, Crustle, bye-bye. Eldegoss, I think Eldegoss is still really good. She's always been one of the better supports, and supports are really good in this game. Doesn't take a lot, like Leaf Tornado can take a lot of, you know, objective KOs. She gets a lot of healing. Her healing is also tied with damage, so even if she's just poking at the opponent with the Pollen Puffs, it's still good. Garchomp. Oh, that was all the attackers? Oh, now we're doing supports. Here I am just going through stuff. Well, I guess we started doing supports and all-arounders. Alright. Well, let's finish the supports, because we were already doing that. Here I am. I'm just talking. I'm just going through the list, I guess. Let's get the rest of these guys in order, then, if that's how I'm going to do it here. We'll put Serena last, although I don't think it's much of a surprise where she's going to go. Okay, finishing the support, so we'll throw Charizard back down there. Shush. Nah, we already messed it up. Whatever. Doing it live. Wigglytuff, I think, is S tier. Just being able to put all those Pokemon to sleep, even though they changed how sleep works, is still really powerful, and supports are really good in this game. Wigglytuff, again, really good at taking objectives with double slap and Dazzling Gleam. and then just sing is crazy good. Mr. Mime, I think, is a solid like A tier pick. He's probably somewhere around here. Just again, if you're a good Mime player, then you're going to be able to control the battlefield thanks to your Unite move, thanks to the barriers, thanks to Guard Swap. You can do some things, keep one of your teammates alive from the back, and then Confusion, pushing people around is just really good. Greedent, I'm not sure now with Covet. I would have put Greedent probably somewhere like A, B. I'm gonna say C for Greedent. Now we're in the defenders, just pointing that out. But yeah, we're gonna have to see. That was a big nerf to Covet, and that was kind of like Greedent's thing, is Covet Belch. I'm not sure like if it can do anything without that, but we'll see. I'll still put it top of C because we'll see about that. Mamoswine got the Gardevoir buff, so I'm calling it the Gardevoir buff, you know, getting everything a level sooner. Like, even Snorlax got the Gardevoir buff, if you want to call that. But I'm going to put it in the bottom of A. I think it'll still be okay. Or I think it's going to be better is what I mean. So we'll try it out here. I think getting that extra level earlier is going to be huge. 9 versus 10 is huge. Slowbro's been kind of like left off to the side for a long time, and I'm not exactly sure how it fits anymore. I remember they gave that nerf like forever ago, and it's just like, why does Slowbro need a nerf? But that's what they did. Again, it's a defender, so it's not bad. Surf is good. Telekinesis is annoying. I think it's probably like somewhere down here in the B ranking. It's probably above Ninetales though, just because it's a defender, and defenders are just pretty good. Snorlax, I think Snorlax is still really good, and again, it got the level buff, getting all of its moves a level sooner. The tweak to the fix, the tweak to block, kind of hurts it before it gets to like the higher levels, but getting those a little bit earlier, I think it's still a solid A pick. Probably somewhere around here. Alright, Garchomp. Garchomp is still bad. Listen, someone had to go in the bad tier, and I don't, like, maybe it just needs a complete rework, but the consensus is Garchomp. Still bad. How many buffs has this man had? Maybe I'll do a video, how many buffs and nerfs has each Pokemon gotten? Like a patch where they got a buff and a nerf for each move. We'll see, and we'll tally it up and see who, you know, Timmy Studios loves the most. I mean, they've shown Garchomp a lot of love, but it's just not the same. It doesn't have the survivability that like Mamoswine needs. Now getting all of his stuff a little earlier means it can do more and stick around more. It doesn't have the range and the just sheer power that Gardevoir has. Yeah, no, sorry Garchomp. Lucario still really good. Again, the damage nerf to power, punch, not too much of a deal. Steadfast kind of stinks, but I mean, Lucario's still just solid, still just a great laner. Machamp, I think Machamp is just okay. It's probably usable, it's probably here. It's okay. It doesn't, you know, there are other Pokemon that do its thing better. You know, like probably Mamoswine does its thing better now with Ice Fang compared to, you know, Submission. So we'll see. I think it just hasn't gotten a lot of love. Again, it's kind of the same sort of story as Slowbro, where it got a random nerf forever ago, and then they never like touched it again. And yeah, since then. It's not a defender, it's not as bulky as Slowbro, so it can't get defended. And Serena. Serena is, right now, definitely one of the best Pokemon. I would probably go something like this. Something like this. I think every team needs a support, so we're going to put a Wigglytuff at the top, just being able to, you know, assist the team in team fights and take down those objectives. But Serena's really good. Expecting some tweaks. Hopefully they don't dumpster fire like Rita, but we'll see. Maybe she'll be more in line with Decidueye or get some love from these other guys. So thanks for watching, everybody. Let me know your thoughts on the tier list. Stay tuned for some more Pokemon Unite videos and some Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl videos while the Draft League's on hiatus. And as always, stay classy, society.